at least 3 hours. And they're cackling, giggling as they're watching me on the TV. They thought that this was soundproof. I could hear him laughing downstairs. Okay, 10 minutes later, Eric comes down with the biggest fake yawn. And I've told you this already, and you saw it for yourself later. Comes down with the biggest fake yawn. Oh, I'm like, hey, did you secure your non-nomination? He's like, oh, well, we didn't even really talk about anything like that. We fell asleep. I've been asleep for an hour up there. And I knew he was completely and totally full of shit because I heard you guys 10 minutes before laughing. Yeah. Then when he saw the breakfast down there, if they were sleeping, why would he come? He comes running back up here. Hey, you got to see this. You got to see this. It was total bullshit, and I knew he was lying from that point on.
Yeah, but we weren't talking about like things at that point with all three of us. He was just making fun of people. But anyways. My
bottom line was on that was it was a lie, and I figured that there was something else. Why would you lie about something stupid like that instead of just saying, and Kale told me, and that's tell me that you guys were watching me on the TV.
Oh,
that's why you were laughing. Why he wouldn't just say that, and why he would lie about something like that.
For him.
Yeah, well, it makes me think, what the hell is going on? He's lying to me about something. Why would you lie about something as stupid as that? Period. And that was like the beginning of it. The whole bros. We just talked about this. I talked about it with Zach. When Eric always happens to be, you pointed it out. Eric always happens to be at the right place at the right time to hear the perfect part of the conversation where he said that he walked in on Nick, Zach, and Mike shaking hands, bros to the end. Zach just told me that's total bullshit because they did it in the fitness room with the door closed. Eric said he walked in on them in the kitchen. And you pointed that out, and that's something that I forgot.
Yeah, I just want to clarify that. I pointed out one example. I didn't say that there were several examples. He gave...
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
but I want to be clear.
No, there has been others, and when I said that to you, don't misconstrue.
No,
when I said Eric always happens to be at the
understand.
right place at the right time, that's when you said, you know, this.
Yes.
And then Zach says that's total bullshit because there's no possible way anybody could have seen us. We were in the fitness room with the door closed. Eric always happens to be at the right place at the right time. Eric was the one that came running to me after the first hinky vote with Mike, and he came up to me right afterwards, and he said, Jen told me that it was Nick that voted that way. And when I said something to Jen, she said no, and still now, she's like, I never said that. So Eric is full of shit. That vote was him.
And even remember
Nick told me that how he was voting, and he said that we were voting to keep Kale. I don't know why.
I believe, and Nick confirmed that as well. Nick told me that he told you how...
But does he think that I actually said that about him? Like, I mean, obviously I never thought that he was the vote.
I'm sorry, does he think that I said that about him? Are you talking about Nick, Mike, or Eric? Nick?
Obviously not, he'll watch the show.
No, because but Nick told me, he said, I told Jen how you guys were voting.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, well, that's fine. Cat's out of the bag. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
Okay. But the question was the second vote and where it came from. And anytime I ever brought up that second vote, Eric was always the first one to sweep it under the rug. Now, when it came to the second vote, I think everybody here was at the hammock when he kept trying to sweep it under. And I'm like, this is bullshit. It's not just random, and it's not another person. Nick didn't do it 2 times in a row. He wasn't here.
Even with the one, though, after the one vote, remember that was the elimination HoH competition. And remember, Eric was the one going around telling everybody, he's like, did you see Nick after he got out? And then after you were standing there, he ran up to you and he was like yelling and all pissed off and blah, blah. And I'm like, what? I was like, no, Nick was perfectly calm and he was not mad about anything. He came up to me and he was like, you know, we got certain people out and, you know, there's certain people left, like, good job. He was not mad, and he was trying to convince you that Nick was pissed off at you for getting him out, which he never, ever was.
And there was that other thing with Eric said that he walked into the bedroom at the perfect time and saw Zach and Nick going, we're going to, what was it, we're going to get him to the end.
When they were playing
us to the
games.
end, and that was total bullshit. Zach said, he looked at me like cross-eyed. He's like, what? What are you talking about?
Why would Zach admit to that, though?
No, he wouldn't.
After he's gone.
He wouldn't. And Zach's admitted
it's another thing where Eric happens to walk in at the exact right moment, at the exact right time, hearing the exact right comments.
Excuse me. I questioned Zach about that, and he said that, yes, they did have a conversation about that, and they did have a conversation similar to that.
Not guys till the end. Dustin, I know Nick better than any person in this house.
It wasn't Nick that said that. It was Zach. No. Zach is the one that said guys till the end.
Yeah, he
and
did
Zach
say
has
that,
said
but
that to me several times as well.
He did say that, but that's not what Eric accused him of saying, Dustin.
That's not
that was
what
a
Eric
completely
accused him of
different
saying.
conversation. That's not what we're talking about.
Talking about this in the bedroom.
I'm not talking about guys to the end. Yes, Zach did approach numerous guys about that. Eric for one, but that's not the conversation that we're talking about.
Then what conversation are you speaking of?
I'm trying to tell you, but you're flipping out about it.
Come on, guys.
No, I'm being honest.
I'm all ears.
I don't understand this. I don't understand this.
No, I'm all
Why are you
ears.
acting like this?
I'm all ears.
We're supposed
I'm
to be
just
having
wondering.
a conversation,
Can I say something?
and you're being very defensive and
Dick,
very
please.
aggressive.
Attacking
Why?
you? Hey, can both
Why,
of you?
Dustin?
Dick, please.
No,
I'm
why?
playing devil's advocate.
No, you're not.
Hey, please
Dick,
stop.
You're starting an
She's a-
argument with
Oh my
everyone here.
God.
Oh my God.
Can we please stop? Dustin, to you, I'm
Relax.
saying honestly, like, you're getting really defensive, and all of us feel for you. And I'm being really honest because I know it's a really hard situation for you to be in because, you know, Amber's name was there, and she, obviously, her and Eric have been talking the whole time. And all of us, we're here for you. We understand what you're going through. Me, because I was